Hey guys, it's Ruben, and I'm here with Tice, one of my great friends from so many years ago, like a decade, but also a client of Dubb, an enterprise client. And Dubb, I should say, Tice had a feature that he wanted to get us going on Dubb, and that was to have some additional features on the Dubb desktop recorder. So this is the ability to play, pause, and the ability to switch monitors. So the use case for this is when you're doing a tutorial or when you're doing a demo or when you're doing something that you need to, it's a longer form in nature and you need to be able to kind of build that up in real time. This is a really good use case for that. We also like the fact that now you can have multiple monitors. So the monitor swapping does not happen in real time during the recording. We actually tried to do that and we built the tech for that. It just slowed down a lot of things. It was very high load on the CPU. So we decided to pull back on that. And now it's just, you select the monitor beforehand. So this is kind of typical to like a conference program. It's typical to Zoom or Uber Conference or any of these programs, even Google Hangouts. So once again, play pause is part of this demo, and then also multiple monitors. I'm also going to mention something. I'm going to just plant the seed for something that's new. It's a new feature that we have. Shout out to Melvin Ho, who also wanted this, which is transcription features in pretty much all the major languages. So it's an auto transcription option. There is going to be a fee for that, which I need to provide more information on at a later date. So without further ado, let me jump in here. I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to show what the Dubb desktop new features look like. So right here, you can see my screen. This is my second monitor. And here we have the Dubb desktop recorder. Okay, I'm going to shut off some of the branding here so you can see the screen fully. So once you install the Dubb desktop recorder, now if you do not have the Dubb desktop recorder, what you want to do is to go to dubb.com/desktop-app. So I'll put the link in a little bit later. You can also go to dubb.com. You can go to your dashboard. You can go to the homepage on the top navigation. You can also go to the footer. So there's a lot of different places that you can get the Dubb desktop app. It works on Mac and PC. So here we have the Dubb desktop app. Once you install it, it appears in the top tray, okay? You can keep this on all the time. You can shut it off. You can have it on when you'd like. It's really up to you. So the options here, as you guys might already know, are number one is the ability to turn the webcam on, okay? So this function is going to turn the webcam on and off, okay, during the recording. Okay, the second thing, which is kind of new here, is this ability to, here's my webcam feed here. So the second ability is if you click on preferences, you're going to get a pop-up that appears. And that pop-up is going to show you the multiple monitors that you can choose from. So here's that pop-up. And I've got a couple of options here. I can select my webcam. So right now I'm using my Logitech, my external. I'm using my Yeti microphone, my Yeti Blue microphone here. And then I can also select the screen. So screen 1, which is my laptop, my MacBook, or screen 2, which is my external monitor. So once again, you do this before the recording, not during the recording. Doing this during the recording is not something that we want to do. It's just a heavy CPU load. Okay, so those are your settings. I'm just going to go with screen 2 for now, which once again is my external monitor. And then the next feature, which I'm going to show you, is the ability to play and pause. Okay, so here we go. Let's do a recording. So it counts you down, a little empathy there. It just gets you prepared. Okay, so now I'm doing a screen recording. Okay, what is interesting about this is that the controls will appear on your screen. Now, when those controls appear on your screen, it'll allow you to play and pause. So I'll show you what that looks like. Before I do that, I'm just going to get this set up. Tice, I wanted to understand what some of the use cases from you are as to when you can use this tool.
Yeah, I mean, multiple use cases, internal and external. So I do a lot of videos to showcase to my cross-functional teams just what I'm looking for and how we position our new brand platform. And so I want the ability to toggle between screens, but not have to say, hey, let me pause for a little bit. And so I want it to be as efficient as possible. And then the same goes for external, right? So if I'm going to share something where I want to get my clients' attention, but I want to keep and hold their attention, maybe they don't know me well enough yet, I want to make sure it's very, very clean and I get the best use out of their time.
Great. Okay, so let's show you how to do that. So here we have, I'm going to share my screen once again. And here we have a couple of things going on, okay? So number one is we have our webcam feed. And number two is we have this new button here, which is the play and pause feature. So the way that you're going to want to toggle between playing and pausing is just by clicking this button during the recording, okay? So let's say that you're on slide 1. So here's slide 1. I'm recording this, and then I prep myself. I go to slide 2 or browser 2 or tab 2 or window 2, whatever it might be. It's totally up to you. It does not have to exist within the Chrome browser or within a browser. It can exist anywhere on your screen. So you can jump to software programs like PowerPoint, Notepad, Chrome, Safari. The sky's the limit here. Anything that you can see on your screen, you can jump to during that interim period. So you click the pause button, and now it's not recording. So you can breathe. You can think about your next note. You can think about your next screen. Get yourself ready. The reason why this is valuable is because there's too much time in these tutorial videos where it's in between bursts of information. You know, the loading of the screen, the loading of the wheel, the prepping of the software, the opening of the PowerPoint. There's just too much time that we're making the end user watch while we're providing a demo. We don't need to do that anymore. Let's just get to the meat. Let's get to the most important parts and remove all the in-between moments. You know, this is the future of virtual collaboration. We have so many tools like Slack, like Zoom, like Dubb, so that we can collaborate, we can communicate like this, and like most importantly, be empathetic and compassionate towards the other person and respect their time, because time is the one resource that is not renewable. I must say that. So play, pause. So there it is. And then the next thing you can do, which I always recommend doing in the start, in the intro of the video, is actually going the full screen of your webcam. So Tice, you asked for this and we brought it to you. So you click on this button right here, and this is going to expand your webcam. So I'll show you what that looks like in a moment here. So this is now a full webcam. Okay. So what's cool about this is that you can intro the video with that human touch, with the personalization. You can say, hey, Tice, listen, I wanted to give you a nice little demo of Dubb per your request. Here it is. And then during that recording, you can minimize the webcam, and then that then goes down to the bottom of the screen. Okay. So it's over here. Okay. And then of course you can play, pause during that whole thing. So I think the 1-2 punch here is the personalized webcam video in the beginning that really adds that human connection, that human touch, and then a pause, and then a play, pause sequence to all the things that you want to show. You can do a tutorial, you can do a demo, you can do a masterclass with this. So there it is. I'd love to open it up for questions if you have any.
No, this is fantastic. I mean, exactly what we talked about, and I love the human interaction and being able to show my video so they could focus on me and I could really connect with them, and then of course go into what I want to talk about. And it's an easy feature, right? I mean, that's for a user of Dubb, right? The easier it is for us to make a video, and also the pause feature, like, I mean, taking a breather. So nerves get the best of us,
right?
And even if we've done this 1,000 times, but you know, it's an important video, and to have to redo the video every single time because you want to take that break is really challenging. Or if we could do it and do multiple clips, but then we're gonna have to go to a separate format to mend them all together. So this just makes it a much more efficient living in under one Dubb roof.
Nice. Yeah. Thanks for saying that. I really appreciate that. That's totally true. You know, even before this call right now, this little live session here, I was in my mind, I was thinking, how am I going to do this whole thing from A to Z? So it took me a little bit of mental preparation, and I had what was going on through my mind was, what if this happens? What if that happens? Which monitor do I show? Because I don't have a pause button in this environment right there. So it gave me a little bit of anxiety, but you know, with a little bit of prep, I was able to kind of get through it. And it doesn't hurt that you and I are drinking buddies. So,
like, yeah. Can I ask the next step question?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, cool. So, just, you know, one of the things that I do use are virtual backgrounds, and so
okay,
for example, I mean, I think this is a good showing of, if I'm going to do, sometimes I'm forced to work in my basement, which is where my kids play. So, I think, having that feature, I mean, not everybody will use it, but having that feature might be kind of cool to be able to show some sort of professional background, even though I'm in my children's my play area.
I love that idea. We have been thinking about that, and I promise you we're working on it. The irony of that is that it doesn't, I don't know if you've noticed this on Zoom, but on Zoom, you can't have an older computer and have that feature on Zoom specifically. So it's a CPU load feature, because what it's doing is that it's doing a mask around you, and like a green screen sort of virtual mask. But you know what? We're all about it. So we'll bring it. We'll bring it.
Is there anything to give me a different hairstyle too?
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have hairstyles. We're gonna have virtual glasses, where all of a sudden you can have glasses like this, and you can turn yourself into a panda too.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'll for the people that did watch this and got to the end, I see a number of viewers here. There's this feature that we're working on, which is the transcribe feature, and I'm just going to give a little teaser here. And this is basically in the edit page on Dubb, on the video plays page. You can actually click this. Is that teal? Is that a green? Is that like a seafoam green? You can click that button, and then that's going to transcribe your video. What that means is that it's going to take the audio of your video, and then it's going to transcribe it in the language of your choice. So English is the default, but it's got hundreds of languages. We partnered up with Amazon for this. As I mentioned earlier, there is going to be some sort of a variable fee, which we have not yet determined. So first, we're trying to get some data and really see how the product works. I think it's going to be about 80 to 90% accurate, but you will have the ability to download the SRT file, make your edits, fix up the spelling, typo, grammars, whatnot, and then re-upload that. So stay tuned for that feature. That is in the pipeline. Yeah. So that's it. If there's no more questions, I'm going to wrap this.
Cool. Thanks, Ruben.
Thanks. Bye, Tice.
See ya.